The flight attendant's voice cut through the cabin's low hum. A single question hanging in the air that stopped time itself. Is there a problem, ma'am? But the woman in the aisle seat wasn't looking at the attendant. Her gaze, sharp and cold, was fixed on the man beside her, a soldier in uniform, his duffel bag stowed neatly at his feet. She spoke not to the attendant, but at him, her words dripping with disdain. I paid for this seat. I'm not sitting next to asterisk that asterisk. The word hung there, heavy and ugly. The soldier, a young man who looked barely old enough to vote, didn't flinch. He simply stared straight ahead, his jaw tight, his posture ramrod straight, as if he were still at attention. A ripple of discomfort spread through the cabin. Phones were lowered. Conversations died. Everyone was watching. The flight attendant, a seasoned professional, tried to de-escalate. Ma'am, our seating is assigned. If you'd like, I can see if another seat is available once we're airborne. The woman scoffed, a sound that was somehow both loud and dismissive. No. I want him. Moved. Now. People like him shouldn't even be on commercial flights. It's unsettling. The cabin air turned frigid. You could feel the collective breath being held. The soldier remained silent, a statue of quiet dignity. But you could see the hurt in his eyes, a flicker of a wound far deeper than any battlefield could inflict. That's when it happened. An older man in a crisp business suit, sitting a few rows ahead in first class, unbuckled his seatbelt and stood up. He walked back, his steps deliberate, and stopped right beside the woman. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. His words carried the weight of authority and a quiet, simmering fury. Ma'am, he began, his voice calm but unyielding. My name is Captain Evans. I flew F-16s for 23 years. The man you refused to sit next to is a decorated combat medic. He has held the hands of dying soldiers and saved the lives of countless others. The uniform he wears represents a sacrifice you can't even begin to comprehend. He then turned to the young soldier. Son, what's your name? The soldier finally looked up, surprised. Specialist Miller. Sir? The captain nodded, a look of profound respect on his face. Specialist, I have a seat in first class. I'd be honored if you would take it. A man who has served our country deserves nothing less. The cabin erupted in applause. It wasn't loud or boisterous, but a wave of genuine, heartfelt support. The flight attendant, her eyes glistening, nodded at the specialist. He hesitated for a moment, then gathered his bag and walked toward first class, the entire cabin watching him with a newfound reverence. As he passed the woman, she remained frozen, her face a mask of shock and humiliation. The captain then turned back to her, his voice dropping to a near whisper that everyone could still hear. As for you, ma'am, he said, gesturing to the now empty middle seat in coach, this seat is all yours. Enjoy your flight. He then walked back to the cockpit, leaving a stunned silence in his wake. The woman, isolated in her own prejudice, sat down, smaller than she had ever seemed before, surrounded by the quiet judgment of every single person on that plane. If you believe that respect is not given but earned through sacrifice and character, please give this video a like. It helps us remember that the greatest battles are often fought not on a battlefield, but in the human heart, and the strongest weapon we will ever have is compassion. Thank you for watching.